Hey guys, welcome to Recraft Relic channel, and I hope you all are doing well. So today, as the title says, we are going to create a React Native app which will help us convert one currency to another. So let's just get started. As you can see, I already have this app opened up. I already set it up a React Native project and opened it here. So if you don't know how to set up React Native, I'll basically put some links in the description, and you can basically go and check it out from there. So as I said, we will be building a currency converter, and by currency converter I mean is that you can put you know a amount in one currency, for example USD, and then you can convert it to another currency called ENR. So let's just get started. The UI will be something like, there will be an input to put the amount in, then there will be, a drop down to select the source currency, and then the target currency basically. So let's just get started. We already have this demo application here. And what I'm going to do is basically I'm going to remove all of this because we don't need this. So yeah, let's remove this. And yeah, let's remove this, let's save it. It will refresh, and we'll get this welcome to this, right? I'm also going to remove the header because I don't need it. And yeah, so now we have this empty view. First and foremost, what we want to do is we want to implement like a text input where we can put our amount basically. So let's just do that. So we need a text input, and that text input basically let's save it. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, you can see the text input here. I don't want the dark mode, so let's remove the dark mode. I really don't like that, so I'm going to remove the dark mode. What just happened? Can't find variable background style. Okay, there it is. Okay, we don't need it here as well. We don't need it here as well. Yeah, so you can see the text input here. So I'm going to provide some styling to it. So because right now it's not visible, so let's put some styling on top of it. So I'm going to go here. I don't think I need any of these. I need this section anymore, so I'm going to remove this. Yeah, and I don't think I need any of these. So let's create some style. Okay, so for our text input, I'm going to just put some style, background color to be white, #FFFF, and yeah, let's use this here, style equal to styles dot text input. So yeah, as you can see, we have this, but I want some padding from the top because this is not looking good right now. So let's put some padding from the top and from the sides as well. And I am putting it in the wrong one sec. I put it in the view, but I want to put it actually inside the text input. So here I go. Yep. So now let me put some padding around the view. So let's just go here and say main container, and inside the main container what we are going to do is we're going to put some padding from all sides. So let's say put 20, right? So I don't know why this keep happening, but yeah. In this view, what I can just go and say style equal to styles dot main container, right? And yeah, so now you can see, there is a padding from all the sides. One other thing I want to do is this. So let's keep it here. I also want to give the main container a background. So let's see if that work. So we already have a scroll view. Let's give our main container a height, or as per say 400 pix, right? And let's see, and then also give it a background color, hash FFF, right? And let's change the color here to light gray, because yeah. All right, so you can see we have this input, but we only want to show numbers. So what we are going to do is we're going to go here and type I think it has a type, right? Type number. Okay. All right, I think I think I time number doesn't work like that, but yeah, let's not worry about that right now. So now we have a text input. Now what we need is we need a select to select the currency. Basically, what kind of currency we can select. So for example, if I want to convert one USD to one ER, so we need a way to select the source currency. So let's go here, let's create a picker, and yeah, let's go and create a picker here, picker, and not like this. Or is it I forgot what it was. Let me see. So we use I guess right. I completely forgot what we used to do for the picker. Where it was view text input. Select, I guess, right? Select. So I completely forgot what we used to use for select. Let me check. Um, uh, But yeah, anyways, let's not worry about that. We'll see. Okay, so now let's we created one text input for the target. Let's go here and see text. I'm just going to call it your, so I'll just say amount here, right? And I'll just say amount, and okay, text is not imported. One sec. So yeah, so text is not imported here, and now I can go. Yeah, it says amount. I am also need these. Right. So now what I can basically do is, so this is for the target, so I'm going to put it inside a view like this, and I am going to copy this because we also need this for source, so I'm just going to put it like this, right? So this is amount, it's like source amount, and this will be the target amount, and yeah, so basically, you know, we're going to put some source amount here, and then it's going to get converted into the target amount. So that is that. Now for selecting the you know, what kind of currency we need, what I'm going to do is something like this. So this text input, so there will be two text input, one for inputting your currency and one for you know, which currency you need. So what I'm going to do basically here is I'm going to put some margin in the text input, so you know, they don't come like this. So let's go here and put some margin from the bottom. So this text input, so there will be two text input. What happened? Inputting your currency and one for, okay. So margin bottom, and so yeah, margin bottom 10, and you can see the margin here. There will be a text saying select source currency here, and yeah, and then there will be a text select target currency, right? So basically what here we are going to put like a amount. Here we're going to select these, so for example USD, then the target amount, you know, target amount will automatically, so this will be like disabled. You can't actually change this text, because you know, it going to be focused on, it's going to be dependent on this. So whatever we put here, you know, it will not be seen here, so right. So I'm going to, I don't know why this keep happening. So now this has placed. So for converting the currency, what we need is, we need a API. So I already searched an API. I'm going to show that to you now. So if I go here, okay, so all right. So this is an API. This is an API which lets you basically, you know, freely convert one amount to a different amount in different currency. So if you go here and do this, it's going to give you like all the current rate. So amount for one EUR, for European dollar, you know, it's kind of giving you the all the list of, you know, what that amount converts into different currencies. So this is the API. What we are going to do, it also going to give us list of all the you know, all the acceptable amounts. So let me use this API, and yeah, so Now so let's use this. So to use this, what we are basically going to do, I'm going to put it here. So to use this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create fetch this. So I'm going to create a function called fetch currency latest, and what it's going to do basically is const so it's going to hit the API. So for that I'm going to use fetch. I'm going to take the endpoint, so I'm going to define an endpoint called const currency converter and point, something like that. And what I'm going to do is currency converter, so currency converter endpoint, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it here, and when I fetch it, I got the response. I'm going to convert that response to JSON, as we have to do for all the fetch get, and then I will get my data which basically I can console here. So let's see if that works. So I'm going to call use effect, and inside that call the API. So let's see. Not here. I'm doing. So yeah. So instead of consoling us, alert it. That will be much more easier for me to actually see that. But I think the console will also be open here, right? One sec. So right, so now now what we have to do is this. So for example, if you can see here, right, so you can see the log here. Now if because we want to hit the latest endpoint, so what we are going to do is this and slash latest, what I'm doing, slash latest here, and we're going to reload the app, and you can just put unexpected and why maybe we already need this. Yeah, so you can see the log, basically, so it gives an amount like one base EUR and what are the rate in different currencies here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the list of these currencies out from the rates. How I'm going to do is this. So we know that the data is an object, right, and inside that object there is rates. So what I'm going to do is data dot rates, right, and I'm going to console that. So you can see that I can get all the data, like all the rates here, but what I need is I only need the currencies like this AUD, BG and BRL. So what I'm going to do is, because data.rates is an object and I just want the keys, what I can do is something like this, object.keys and data.rates, and if I go here, you can see that I get the list of all the all the currencies basically. So but now I want to return it from fetch currency latest to here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to convert it into a custom hook and extract the data from here. So for example, what I'm going to do is use currency, or just for the simplicity sake, I'm not going to do that. I think that is too complex. What I'm going to do instead is I am going to return this and return data.rates from here, Then here inside the then I can get the rates, I guess. I think that will work. Let's see. Right, let's go here. Yeah, you can see. I need object.keys, right? So object dot keys data dot rates. So you can see I get the list of all the currencies. Now what I need is const. So I'm going to save this list so I can choose from these items. So const and then const inside rates, I get not rates but like currency list, and I'm just going to say send currency list equal to use state and use state, and then for starting it will be empty, but once I get the data here I'm going to set that. So let's do set currency list to this. Let's rename them to list. Right, now what I just have to do, I'll try to console this and let's see if that gets saved here. Let's say there is a error, so you can't. Okay, so use state need to be imported. Yeah, sometimes the Visual Studio Code auto import doesn't work. So you can see, in first two renders the array was empty, but now you can see the list here, right? So now our next task is to render the list, and yeah, so let's do that. So what I'm going to do is, yeah, okay, so I'm just thinking a better way to render the list. Just give me a second. So we basically what we want to do is we want to list this basically as a as a list, like a select a drop down where you can select the currency that you want to use. So in order to do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this new package called React Native Picker Select, and I'm to install that. So let me install it. I have to double and see values. So what basically this package will help us, if I'll show you here, do is that it's going to basically allow us to do something like this, and it will be cross-platform, but for this example I'm only going to demonstrate Android. But yeah, I mean this can work on the iOS as well, right? So it's basically getting installed, but till then where is our application? So yeah, so I'm going to basically style this a bit more. So its background, I'm going to convert it. I'm not going to give it a background color, but what I'm going to do is, instead of that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a border color, like not border color, border bottom, which will be 2 pixel, yeah, solid, and black basically. So this is not how we give it, right? So it will be border width, so it's getting installed, it's still getting installed. So border width will be 2 pixel, and the border color will be hash 333. Wait. What happened? This is not reflecting. One sec. Let me find a good color combination. Gray basically, I'll say. Yeah, let's make it has TDD, I guess. Let's see if that changes it. I don't think its reload is working. 1 second. Is it working? I don't think this is working. Let me do one thing. Yeah, let me remove this app and let me start it again because I don't think it is working. Because it's not refreshing anymore. So let me just do that. It just keeps saying that it's refreshing. I think maybe it's because of this, because right now yeah, so that's what I think. Maybe because I'm installing the package right now, it's just going crazy. So I'm just going to close this for a bit. Yeah, I think that's what's happening. So let it install the package, and yeah, I guess it is installed now. So let's start the Metro package bundler again. So this is working now. React Native on Android. Yeah. So it's starting. Yeah, in the meantime we can go through the through the documentation. So it's simple: rn picker select and on value change console value items. So it's simple, I guess. We're going to use this. Let's import this here. Let's go here, import this, import rn picker select, and yeah, so now I can go and use it. Wait. So until it's starting, let's write some code here. So in the select source country, what we're going to do is rn picker select, right? So rn picker select. So now it's building. That's good. Right, it's building. Great. So rn picker select, and so on value change, on value change, it will be a function. I'll get the selected value, I guess, here, and I can console that. Console.log selected value, and I have to provide it items as well. So it's building. Let it build. So, and as by provided by the documentation here, I have to provide items and label and values like this. So now, yeah, you can see it here. So now what I'm going to do is this items, and then basically this will be the list from here, currency list. So we got some error, but let's not worry about that right now. And currency list dot map, and inside the map what we're going to do is we're going to output a object with label and value. So label will be currency because we want to say AUD or whatever, and value will be same currency, right? So both will be currency. Let's see. So this is require native component RNC Android dialog picker was not found in the UI manager. Huh. If I'm going to remove, what will do it will do. I think it is not working because is the package outdated? Versioning React 16 or below, React 16, React Native Picker. If you use Expo, what is this? This component not supported in the manual workflow for Expo. This is npm port install iOS port install phone React Native Picker. What is this? But yeah, I think it seems the like the component is not working. Doesn't seem it is like it is working. Do I have to? So okay, npm install this, then npm install React Native Picker. Getting started basic usage. So I'm afraid is it only works with Expo? I don't think that. So I think what I have to do is I have to install the React Native Picker as well, because I think we need that. So let's do that. So now I am going to install the React Native Picker as well, but yeah, let's see. But yeah, until then what we can do is we can basically, instead of doing this, we can write the whole logic of converting the currency. So what we are going to do, so instead of that, I'm just going to use the text input. And if you go and look at the document of this API here, yeah, so if you go and look at the docs here, it lets you basically convert one currency to another. So let's go here and yeah, so here is basically what I meant. So what you basically can do is you can go here, and instead of host, what you're going to do is this API, this, right? And but you're just going to put it here, do this, and it's basically going to, so for 10 GBP it gave us like in USD how much it means basically, right? So we are going to use that. So this package is installed. So I'm just going to the documentation, right? So it says npx pod install, but I'm not sure if I have to do that, but let's see. It says React Native user can do it, so let's do that. And where is that? Right, so this is basically the API that we are going to use. So let's create the function, this function as well. So const fetch might be needed, so it's asking me to put my password. So basically what we are going to do is const fetch, not fetch, but it will be convert currency, and So to convert currency, it needs three things: the amount, the source currency, and the target currency, basically. So we have amount, source currency, and target currency, which is going to be replaced here, here, and here, right? So now what we are going to do is I'm going to again call the return fetch here. Inside the fetch, I'm going to use my API endpoint, which is currency converter endpoint, and here I don't need this, right? I don't need this latest. So latest amount, instead of amount, our amount from the param will be added. From GPP will become the dollar. GPP will become the source currency, right? I don't know what I'm doing here. It shouldn't be like this, right? It should be like this. One sec. So yeah, USD, and then this USD will become the target currency, right? So target currency, basically. So now we have this. I'm going to, yeah. So as we have now this, so dot then, and inside dot then again then response dot JSON, because fetch basically return the raw response, but we only need the the data, so we do response dot JSON. Right, and dot then response dot JSON, and then dot then you know what, that's what I have to do, right? So instead go here, do this, so dot then response, then we have data, and we basically console.log that data. Let's see how that works. Right, let's see if it's working. It says const declaration. Oh, that's all. Oh, okay. So now in the current, so I am going to call the convert currency in the use effect just for the demo purpose, you know. So convert currency 1 USD to INR dot then whatever data will come, we'll just console that data. And here, instead of doing this, I'm just going to do this. I don't even need this. I can just do this. Right, I'm going to save it. I'm going to go here. So you can see, right, the amount 1 base USD, rate INR 72.859, right? So we are basically able to convert our currency into, you know, the target currency, our source currency into target currency. So now what I'm going to do is, so Picker is still getting installed, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make it work with a normal style. So instead of red, I'm again going to give it light gray, refreshing, light gray. And so now whatever amount we put here, so on change text and on change, I think both are same, but just so we get the value, we console.log that value. Let's see if that works. If I go here, so you can see the value being used, right? So right, so basically I can write my amount here like 10, and then I can use it. So now what I'm going to do is we have the amount, and we are going to create a set amount function here. use state. In starting it will be 0. Then we need a function to select the source currency, and then we're going to put some text input, like whatever the converted amount is, we're going to put it in here. So we also need a state for that, and then for selecting the target currency as well. So what basically will happen, I'm also going to use a button here because I am just using. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a button, and yeah, so I'm just thinking, should I create it from view or a button? So let's create it from a button. Okay, there is an error one sec, just because I copy pasted this, right? So I'm just going to do this. It's refreshing, it's taking time, just a sec. Okay, I have to provide one sec, the title. Convert, I'm just going to say convert, and let it refresh. I'm going to reload this. Title of a string must be a string. I already did that, right? Oh, okay, I haven't saved it. So what's happening? Okay, so you can see the button convert here. Now let's do one thing. So what we are going to do is, we have the amount here, so I'm going to call it source amount, because that is what it is, source amount. Then set source amount, right? And then what I'm going to do is this. So instead of source amount, I'm going to type here target amount, and this will be a T. Then source amount, this is fine. This will be setting the source currency. So this will be source currency, and this will be the target currency, right? So target currency, I'm just going to put that in here. So I have all the variables now. So what I'm going to do is, so instead of source amount, I'm going to say set source amount here, and the value, whatever value I get, right? Same goes for this. I can set the source currency, right? Then I can go here, I can say on change, and then I can go here. So I don't think I need on change here. And this is, instead of this disabled, we used to choose, we need to choose editable. So editable false, we don't want it to be editable. and here will be set target currency, but its value. So now they should be controlled input. So what I'm going to do is value source amount here, and then value equal to source currency, right? Here value will be what will be the value? Value will be target amount, and here value will be target currency, right? So on the click of the button, we are going to on click. I don't know. It used to be on click, right? On press here. So on press, whenever we click on the on press, what will happen is we are going to call the convert currency, and we are going to provide all of the amount, like the source amount, the source currency, and the target currency. Yeah. So on press basically, let you call a function when you click on the button. So here is the convert currency. I'm going to go here and I'm going to define convert currency. So this API, I'm going to change its name to currency API to basically avoid the conflict in naming. So convert currency, const convert currency equal to, what it's going to do is it's going to call the convert currency API. It takes the same parameter. I'm going to copy and paste it here, and now I'm just going to paste them here as well, right? And now when we receive the data, instead of consoling it, what we're going to do is we are going to set it inside the target amount. So let's go here, do it, and data. So target currencies and all that, this will be like empty strings. So yeah, for the start at least. What I'm doing, so let's reload this. Let's see. So it's going to build it again, and we'll be good to go, I guess. Invalid value of type number applied to forward at expected string. I think what we have to do is we have to change the text input, like the type. So let's do one thing. So I'm looking into why React Native is giving me this error. So React Native, we go here, React Native text input number, right? Number only. Text foundation such as numerical, or instead what we can do, right, we don't actually need it. What we can do is instead of 0, we can just put it as this as a string, and it will still work. And yeah, so you can see 0 and 0 here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to type 10 here, right? I'm going to say the select source currency as USD, the target amount as no, so I can change the target amount, but I can change the basically the target currency. So now let's see if I click on convert. If I click on convert, is anything happening? Yeah, 1 sec. So this is the same thing, right? Prop type invalid prop value. Right. Let me check. 1 sec. So we are not able to pass the number, right? So so instead of that, what we can actually do is this text content type, right? So text content type, not text content type. So what we can do here is when we are setting data, right, we can actually convert it to string. Right, so to string, right? I think this will work. Let's see. So I click on convert currency. So I don't know if you're able to see this, but let me change it. Let me change the color of the text. Text input, right? So I can just say color to red, maybe. Can I do that? So you can see, right, it shows an object because if you look at the response, it comes like this, and I'm just saving that, which is not the right way to do it. Instead, what I have to do is I have to get inside the rates and then inside the INR, right? So what I'm going to do is this. So I'm going to convert this into a function. So what basically will happen here is this. So const, I will get the rates out of the data, and from the data, so if you look at the structure here, rates is an object which has the key as the INR, which is same as our target currency. So what I'm going to do is set target amount rates target currency. Okay, so set target amount, target rates, target currency, and to string, because we need to pass a string here. So to string. So let's see if that works. Now let's click on the convert currency again. So you can see, right, 7 no, this is not what I want. It's wrong. So instead of that, what I'm going to do is this. So it's refreshed, click on convert. So I'm also thinking of like let me see what is happening here. Gives you 720.859, right? So let me do one thing. I'm going to console it and let's see what's happening here. Console.log rate currency, right? So once I click on the convert, It gives you 728.6. Why? It should be 72.859, right? No, this is right, because the source amount is 10. I am completely forgot. So basically, if I convert it to 100 and click on the convert again, so it will become 7280, I guess, or something like that. 7286. So yeah, I completely forgot. So now we just so I just have to put the string here, and I can click on the convert and it will become 7286. So now what I want to do is I want to put some loading here, so we know that something is loading. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce a new variable here, const loading, and then set loading equal to use state, and I'm going to keep it to false. I think you can do a spinner, right? Or is it deprecated? Let me see. Spinner, right? So what we can do in general is this. So spinner, so React activity indicator, right? So I'm going to import the activity indicator, right? And inside the activity indicator, I'm just going to, so basically what we need to do is, if when I click on, I will like hide this button and instead just show the loading. So what I'm going to do is do this. So when loading, just put this activity indicator, right? And if it is not loading, then just put the button. So I did something wrong. This thing will be here, right? So once the loading will be, and how we will know that loading is true is something like this. So here, when we'll hit the API, I'm going to set the loading to true, right? And when this is completed, I'm just going to set the loading to false. Simple. Right. So now let's go here and type our amount. So let's, for example, 12. This is running very slow. Source currency will be USD. So we'll remove the USD from above source node, and the target currency will be INR. Right, now we'll click on the convert. Okay, so it gets hidden but nothing shows up, so let me see what is happening there. Activity indicator, right? And I can give it So activity indicator, I'm going to give it a color has 0 0 0 0 0 0 and a size large. Let's see if that works. I think it should be inside a view, but you know, because I think it needs some parent container to work. So I'm just going to do view here, and I'm just going to put it on like this. So let me reload the whole package here. So the application is running very slow. I'm not sure, but it's very slow. So the package is basically reloading. So it says it is reloading. I don't know if it's reloaded or not. I think it's still reloading. Yeah, now it's downloading the bundle. So okay, so the bundles basically get downloaded, and I think just to explain what we did there is it's pretty simple. We get some text inputs, we got the source amount, we got the source currency here as well, and here as well in the target amount get the source currency, and then we used this API, Frankfurter API, to get the convert the source amount to the target currency. We used fetch, so basically we hit the fetch here with the latest amount and then the source currency and the target currency, and basically converted into the response and saved it here. So we still have to use that selection input, so I'm going to go into that next, but let's verify the activity indicator first. It's still loading. It says isn't responding. I'm going to wait. So now I can see the source amount. I'm going to click here. 12. Source, yeah, now it's a bit faster, so that's good. And now, so let's click on the convert. Yeah, so you can see the loading, right? So now the loading will happen, and then it will just get the amount. We can convert it into something else. For example, instead of INR, we can say GBP, basically the European pound, and GBP. And then I click clicking on the convert. It will convert it into the target amount. Right, I can say AUD, or I can go here. I can say AUD D, and click on the convert, and you can see how much 12 AUD means in GBP. So now what I want to do is I want like, for example, right now user have to know the exact currency they want to put here, but instead of that, what I want to do is I want to show them the drop down, or maybe some kind of autocomplete which they can use here to get the currency basically, right? So now the text input, so text input doesn't have that capability. So for that we installed the RN picker select, but for some reason it was not working. I still think it errored out, but let's see if this works now. If it doesn't work, we'll try something else, but let's see if this works or not. I think there is some kind of error. Let's see. Yeah, was not found in the UI manager. Let me restart the project. Maybe that will work. It works most of the time. So, but yeah, I think what is basically happening here is that maybe it is not linked correctly, the package. That is why it's throwing this error. But yeah, something like that. Let's say reload. I'm going to reload to see if that works now. I highly doubt that will work, but yeah, let's see. Yeah, it's not working. So some kind of issue with the package. So we are not going to use this package. Instead, we're going to go and use something else. So React native select. Right, so I'm basically searching for a better item, which I can use, like better package which I can use with the multi-select basically. So let me see, and yeah. So yeah, instead of this, what we can do is we can create like a simple selection using the scroll view. So let me do that. So we do have another package called React Now Native Dropdown Picker, and maybe we can start using that. Let's see. So I found a promising package. Let's install that and use that. So this is called React Native Dropdown Picker, and let's see if that works. So I'm going to say npm install this React Native Picker, Dropdown Picker, and the way it basically uses open set open value items, and yeah. So I think it can it can have multiple items, and so we're going to see if that works or not. So it's installing. Okay. So yeah, I think it is installed. Let's go import it instead of rn picker select, and drop down picker multiple true. Okay, so here you can select the multiple item, but here we can't. Alright, these are the items. Okay, so let's use this. So drop down picker, so drop down picker is here, and what I'm going to do is I'll go here. Here I'll render this input drop down picker, it takes in a value which will be, in our case, will be source currency. Why it's not source currency, and then there will be, let's see, set value, set open. So I can basically copy paste it, I guess. So basically what will happen here is value will be our source currency. I don't know why it's not auto completing, but yeah, let's use now. So source currency, then items will be basically the items that we want to like show in the options. So for that, what we are going to do is we're going to map in the currency list. So currency list dot map, right, and the structure of its items are this label and the value, which will be something like, for us the label and the currency label and the value is same. So what I'm going to do is label currency and value will be currency, right? Currency list, set open, set value, set items. I don't think we need I don't know, set value, why we need a set value, set items. Do we need a set items? I highly doubt that. Why we need a set items? I don't think we need a set items. So let's do not care about that. Set value, set open, source currency, currency list. So we have to define set open. So I think set open is basically when the drop down opens. So let's see, open, set open, use state false by default, and then there will be const the set value is the same as source currency, right? So we actually don't have set source currency. Right, so let's see if this works. I will go here. So there is an error, one second. Let me restart the package. Yeah, I think because I installed it when the metro was running, so it is throwing some errors. Let me restart it. I think this is fine now. So just bear with me. Right, and yeah, you can see the drop down here, and you can, so you can see the list here now. The drop down list is working, and yeah, if I select any of it, you can see the source currency is changing basically, right? I can so let's see, set value, set currency value, does it change the currency value, right? And if it works, then we are going to use it for the another as well. The source currency, I mean, yeah, we'll console it here, console.log, and just console it here and see how that works. So it says IDR. If I go and select BGN, then say BGN. So it's perfectly, it's working perfectly. The same thing we are going to do with the drop down. So we basically use the drop down picker, the style, the on-chain text here. So this is basically going to change this the source currency, and yeah. So let's go use the drop down picker in place of this as well. And inside that, what I'm going to do, instead of set source, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do set target currency. Same here. And I think I need a different open for this, right? This open will become target open, and set target open here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce a new open here, const target open, set target open equal to use state. By default it will be false. We'll just do that. Use site, where I said use state. So use state, what I'm doing. So use state, this should be use state, and now it will refresh, and you can see the items here. So now let's try to make it work. So 10, select an item, it will be BGN, and Y set target currency, right? The value is source currency. I have to change this to target currency because they both have the same currency, and that's why. Yeah. So I'm going to go select. What is happening? Let me reload it. Let me reload the app. So I say D. Reload it. And instead of the scroll view, I think scroll view is giving some kind of issue. So I'm just going to make it a view. Just a view. So now I will click on this. I select the AUD and I select, for example, CAD, right? The height of, so basically the height of the main container is overlapping with the drop down, so I'm going to make it 700. Now if I go click on region, it can become CAD. So now I'm going to type 10 here, 10, and click on the convert, and you can see, right, the 10 AUD is this amount. If I go here and if I do if I go and select, for example, designer, there was it. I don't want this keyboard, man. Oh yeah. So let's, for example, go here and select INR, right? So for example, I click on INR here, and here instead of AUD I will select USD. Or I can select like THB, right? So 10 THB click on this, become 23 INR. And yeah, so I mean that's pretty much it, that's the currency converter. What I'm going to do is, this was a bumpy ride, I run into some issues and all that. But yeah, I mean this is a currency converter. I think we learned how to use the currency converter API, and also how to use the React Native drop down selector here. So yeah, I mean, I hope you guys like it. There was some kind of issues, that we run into, but yeah, I mean, all in all, in the end, it worked fine. So that's great. Next week, I'm going to basically do a live stream on Node.js API. So I'm basically going to create some Node.js CRUD API. So if you guys want to see that, you can come and see me live on next Saturday. So yeah, till then, yeah, bye bye.